Alright, what's up guys? So here's a new, has no like riding in and nothing like that. This is just like strictly like a weekly update that I want to start doing maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once every week, depending on how much I have going on, just to kind of clear some things up, like update you guys so I'm not repetitively, oh, we gotta stop here. So I don't have to keep so I don't have to keep saying the same thing in the vlogs on what I'm doing and like different updates on what I want to do, so that way I can just have a weekly update on what I'm going to do throughout the week or the next 2 weeks, and then you guys stay updated, and it's kind of more like on a personal level. So I have a little list here and everything I'm going to talk about. Nothing, this, what's this say? This box is a spaceship. I guess the box that I cut it out was a spaceship. So I'm going to clear up most of this. Ryan's looking at me. He pulled up next to me. We're heading to Area 51 right now to ride, but I'm filming this on the way there. So these weekly updates are going to be strictly GoPro, me driving in the truck when I'm going somewhere. And yeah, I thought it's kind of a cool little addition, one extra video a week. If you guys don't want to watch them, you don't have to watch them. They're strictly just going to be titled like weekly update and then what I'm going to talk about. So if you guys want to stay updated on what I'm doing, you guys can watch these. So post a comment down below right now or like halfway through when you're watching the video if I should keep doing these, what specifically you want me to talk about in future weekly updates or different projects, or what I should do, or ideas for videos, something like that. Let me know. If you're new, this is the first video you're watching, this isn't the normal content I post. Yeah, let me get into these questions and try to clear this whole list of it. So this, the first weekly update is going to be about like the pit bikes, my 110 and then also the Z50. Kind of what I want to do with it, my plans, your ideas, anything I should possibly do. So first thing is like just the pit bike in general, what I want to do with it, kind of the plans for over the winter. So I think I've talked about this previously a little bit, but I want to get a few. It doesn't need a lot, but for what it needs, it's really expensive, and I can't even find it in general. So the first thing I found a couple, there's floating around different websites, but I want that Pbr Rear Swingarm. It adds like 2 inches on the back and it has the axle blocks, and I think that would make the rear end a lot more solid. The one I have now is extended about 4 inches, so it's going to shorten it up a little bit, look a lot nicer first of all, and just not be as like, I don't know, I feel like it's really janky with what I have now, and the back wheel isn't really solid, and it's a little bit crooked because the tensioners always like move out of place, and it's not how I want it to be. So one of those swing arms runs like, I think they're like 450 bucks or 300, maybe around like 400 bucks. But if anybody can find me one, or is selling one, or has one used, a lot of people don't want to let them go because they're super rare, but if anybody out there has one used, DM me on Instagram at Tyler Monagan, or post a comment in the comments. I see all the comments, so if you have one, I will buy it off of you. I want one very bad. So, or if any company out there wants to sponsor the build, let me know, send me an email. But aside from that, I want to do wheels and hubs because they're all spray painted, or at least the back one is, because the front one's a Pitster Pro. So that's another problem, because I need a KLX110 rear wheel, and then I need a Pitster Pro front wheel, which I can probably match it up as far as size to what that size of the rim is and the way it fits in those forks. But maybe I'll just get them powder coated. Maybe I'll just powder coat the whole thing black, like spokes, hubs, and everything all black. That's an option. I might do that actually when I do the 125 build, when I get to when I go and powder coat the stuff for that. Maybe I'll bring those in and get those powder coated also. But mini pit bike wheels, or I mean pit bike tires, are a pain to take off. They're so much of a pain. It needs a new rear tire anyway, but I'm dreading changing the tire on those things. And then some other little miscellaneous thing that needs like a new sprocket, new brake cleats I already have. They might already be put in by the time you're even seeing this weekly update. And then other than that, it really doesn't need much. Maybe I really want rear disc brakes, and I'm not sure how to, whoa, what's going on here? A little traffic jam. I'm not really sure how to get them to work, because with that swing arm and how I would mount the whole system and bracket. Let me know if any of you have done it, or send me links on how people have done it if you've seen it, because I definitely want rear disc brakes if I can possibly do that. That definitely make it a lot better than what it is. And the drum brakes always suck. Some people can get them dialed in, but I don't know, for me they suck really bad, and they never lock up like the disc brakes do. Another thing that would be like ideal would be like electric start, like the new 110s. I almost want to convert it and take everything I have on my pit bike and put it on a newer 110L, and just to have the electric start, but it's not a big deal at the end of the day. I also got to take out, or figure out the clutch. Another thing that would dramatically help the way it rides and the overall like power is getting a 4th gear drum, because it only has 3 gears right now, and I feel like the first gear is like too short, and then as soon as I shift into second, it kind of bogs a little bit before you get into the power range. So if I had 4 gears in it, I got to split the cases for that. That's a big project, but I'll probably do it in like a couple hours, to be honest, to get that all put in. But a 4th gear drum would probably be like ideal. I'm probably gonna end up ordering one here for the winter, get that put in for spring. But like I said, that probably make a huge difference. I know a lot of people have commented and told me to do the 4th gear drum and change that out, but I just haven't. I don't know, I need a bunch of time to do it, and I need a shop. I guess I'll move on to the Z50R. What do I want to do with that? Well, it's not a Z50, it's a Chinese, but regardless, they look the same. They pretty much all the same parts. So what I want to do with that is, I've been telling you guys forever what I want to do with, not forever, a couple weeks now, that I can't find a CRF50 motor pretty much anywhere. I mean, I found a couple CRF50s together for like 800 bucks, but I'm not going to spend 800 bucks for a full 50. I don't need a full 50. I just need the motor, so then I can bore it out to an 88cc, and then I can go off of that, because I don't want to bore out a Chinese motor. It's probably gonna crap the bed on me, to be honest, so I'm not doing that. So if anybody can find a CRF50 motor in relatively good condition, send me a link, and if somebody wants to sell it, let me know, and I'll buy it off of you. But for right now, I can't find one, and that project's on hold. I'm getting a whole bunch of parts in for that thing, besides the motor, that should make a pretty cool build. And I mean, a lot of you said you'd be interested in it, and I've probably gotten over 200 like direct messages or like pictures through Instagram of the Z50 that some guy built. It's like got white hubs, and like you guys probably know what I'm talking about, but I've had a bunch of TMs on that thing, and so it seems like a lot of people are interested in seeing a little 50 build, a couple little build series videos. Why not? I think it'd be kind of cool, because a lot of people were interested in my 110 build when I did that. I have a full like series and a playlist on the channel if you want to watch the build from part 1 to part like 15, I think, for the build series videos. Gift for that, I got new suspension, triple clamps, bars, bar clamps, risers, whole new throttle assembly, clutch kit, exhaust, swing arm, what else? The big bore kit once I get the motor, bigger carb, a few of the little bling parts. I mean, there's a bunch of other parts that I have for the thing, and should be, I don't know, at least 5 build series videos, I'm thinking, maybe more than that. Depends on how much footage I have and how long it actually takes me to take it apart. But last thing on the list here is a KLX140 build. Honestly, a KLX140 is like the perfect size, not the L, just the normal KLX140. My buddy Nate has one that I showed you guys. I said I bought it, I didn't really buy it, but he has one. It was pretty whooped because they left it outside, or his little brother, I don't know, somebody left it outside, and it got all rusted and it's shot now. I wanted to buy that thing. I offered him like 500 bucks for it, but it's not his to sell, so I don't know. I think a KLX140 build would be pretty cool for like the bigger scale of pit bikes, if that's even considered a pit bike at that point. But I don't know, I don't really think it's considered a pit bike, but regardless, it's a smaller bike, it's not like a big bike. And if you've seen Carson Brown's KLX140 build, that's like beyond what my build would be, but that would be like ideal as far as a build. I think he put like all KX85 parts on it. That's pretty much what I want to do, like get KX85 triple clamps, suspension, rear swing arm, plastics, and maybe bore it out to like a 150. I don't really know what the kits they have for it. Bore it out, a few other little bling parts. I don't know, I think it'd be pretty cool to see, like, to transform it into what he's done, like a step-by-step, how to make it into like a newer style with a newer style KX85 plastics on there. So let me know if you guys would want to see that. Maybe in the spring or like summertime I'll like maybe do that build. I'm not really sure. Depends on how many people are interested and if I can even find a KLX140 and what's going on in the spring and summertime. But yeah, let me know on that. And yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this weekly update up. If you guys want to If you guys have any ideas on weekly updates or ideas for the channel or video ideas or anything else, definitely post a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this, the first weekly update. I'm probably going to get a little bit better at these things as I progress and do some more of them. But for right now, weekly update number 1. Let me know what you think, and yeah, stay tuned for the Area 51 video coming out probably like tomorrow or the next day or the 3 days after when I post this weekly update with Ryan. Pretty much going to have the whole track to ourselves. Hopefully it's like, what, 11 a.m. right now on a Tuesday. So hopefully get a lot of riding in, and yeah, it should be fun. So off of that, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.